Not after the screams. Not after the first two guards quit. And definitely not after the third one had to be sedated, rocking back and forth in the infirmary, whispering the same sentence over and over again. It was looking at me from the inside. Cell 7 held the most dangerous prisoner humanity had ever captured. Her name, at least the closest translation, was Kalithra. She was not large. That fact unsettled people the most. She stood barely taller than an average human woman, her body slender and wrapped in a containment field that hummed softly day and night. Her skin was a deep obsidian blue, patterned with faint bioluminescent veins that pulsed when she breathed. Her eyes were entirely silver, reflective like polished metal, and when she looked at you, it felt like she wasn't just seeing your body, but everything behind it. Kalithra was a Virexian. The Virexians were legends even among alien species. Psychic predators. Architects of collapse. Entire civilizations had vanished after encountering them. No debris. No survivors. Just silence. And now, one of them was sitting in a human prison. The facility itself was buried beneath Europa's ice crust, shielded against psionics, EMPs, and reality distortion events. Every species in the coalition had demanded Kalithra's execution. Humanity had refused. We always refuse the easy answer. That was how I ended up here. My name is Ethan Cole, human behavioral analyst, former disaster response medic, and, according to my reassignment order, the only individual with sufficient psychological resistance to prolonged exposure. Which was a polite way of saying I didn't break easily. The first time I stood outside Cell 7, my escort stopped walking. "I'm not going in," the guard said flatly. "You don't have to," I replied. He swallowed. "She hasn't moved in 3 days. That's fine. She doesn't sleep. Neither do I sometimes." He stared at me like I was insane. "If she looks at you, really looks, don't fight it. That's how she gets in." I nodded, palmed the access panel, and the door slid open. Kalithra sat cross-legged in the center of the cell, hands resting calmly on her knees. The containment field shimmered faintly around her. The moment I stepped inside, her eyes lifted and locked onto mine. The pressure hit instantly. Not pain, not fear, awareness, like standing too close to something vast. I forced myself not to look away. "Hello," I said, my voice steady. "I'm Ethan." The pressure eased just a little. "You are not afraid," Kalithra said. Her voice was smooth, layered, as if multiple tones existed beneath each word. "I am," I answered honestly. "I just don't let it drive." That seemed to interest her. "You are damaged," she said, tilting her head. "Occupational hazard." Her bioluminescent veins pulsed softly. "You have seen death. Loss. You have lost parts of yourself." I exhaled. "Join the club." She studied me for a long moment. "You are different from the others." "So I've been told." That was the beginning. Over the next several weeks, I became the only person allowed direct access to Kalithra. The scientists observed from behind layered shielding, terrified of accidental psychic bleed-through. Every session was recorded, analyzed, dissected. They expected manipulation, mind games, psychological warfare. What they didn't expect was conversation. Kalithra never tried to invade my thoughts, never pushed past the edges of my mind. Instead, she asked questions about Earth, about human music, about why humans mourn their dead instead of consuming their memories, as the Virexians did. "You fear us because we remember everything," she said once. "Every life taken, every mind absorbed. Nothing is lost. We fear you because you don't let things rest," I replied. She considered that. "You cage me because you believe I will destroy you." No, I said quietly. We cage you because we don't understand you. That answer changed something. The coalition demanded progress. They wanted proof Kalithra could be controlled, or justification to eliminate her. Humanity stalled, as we always did, insisting on understanding first. But the truth came out during our 43rd session. Why did your people attack the Virections? I asked. Her eyes dimmed slightly. We did not attack first. Records say otherwise. Your records are incomplete. She leaned forward, the containment field rippling. We consume civilizations only after they cross a threshold. What threshold? When a species becomes capable of extinguishing itself. I frowned. That's most advanced species. Yes, she said softly. That is why the galaxy is quiet. The words settled like a weight. You destroy them to prevent worse outcomes, I said. We preserve their knowledge, she corrected. We prevent universal collapse. And who gave you that authority? No one, she replied. We took the burden. I laughed bitterly.
Yeah,
that tracks.
She studied me again.
Your species frightens us. I blinked. Us. You stand at the threshold, she said. And yet you hesitate. Because we argue about everything, I said. Because we doubt ourselves. Because you choose, she replied. That was when I realized the truth. Kalithra wasn't a monster. She was a warden. The attack came without warning. A coalition strike fleet emerged from slip space above Europa, weapons hot. Their ultimatum was simple: surrender the prisoner, or they would breach the facility. Human command refused. They always did. But our defenses wouldn't hold long. I stood inside Cell 7 as alarms echoed through the facility. Kalithra watched me calmly. They're coming to kill me, she said. Yes. You could leave. I know. She was silent for a moment. Then, if I am freed, millions may die. If you're executed, I replied, we learn nothing. She tilted her head. You would risk your species for understanding? No, I said. I'd risk it for choice. Outside, the first impacts shook the station. Kalithra closed her eyes. When the Virections judged humanity, she said, we could not see your future. You are unreadable. I felt my heart pound. What are you saying? That you terrify us, she said softly, because you might succeed where we failed. The facility shuddered again. Breach alarm screamed. I made my decision. I shut down the containment field. Every scientist watching screamed. Kalithra stood slowly, power radiating from her like heat. She looked at me, not into me but at me. You trust me, she said. I trust that you'll choose, I replied. For a long moment, the galaxy held its breath. Then Kalithra raised one hand. The attacking fleet froze. Not destroyed. Not disabled.
Paused.
She turned to me. Humanity will decide what happens next. And for the first time in recorded history, a Virexian deferred judgment. The coalition backed down. They didn't apologize. They didn't admit fear. But they left. Kalithra returned to her cell willingly. Not as a prisoner, but as a guest. Years passed. Humanity didn't release her. We didn't execute her. We talked. We learned. And slowly, the galaxy changed its tone. They stopped asking why humans protected a monster. They started asking what the monster saw in us. As for me, I still visit Cell 7. Kalithra still watches me with those silver eyes. You refuse to look away, she said once. That is why you frightened everyone. I smiled faintly. No, I said. I just refuse to stop being human. And in a universe full of ancient terrors and cold logic, that turned out to be the most dangerous thing of all.